Yo, what is up, everybody? Good morning and welcome in. We got a couple of things to talk about this morning, so I'll get into that here in just a little bit. But yeah, anyone that wants to try out US Mobile, take advantage of you know, their network switching capabilities and whatnot. Scan the QR code. It uses a referral link that is specifically for me, and I'll get you guys started on US Mobile, and I would appreciate it. But yeah, it's a very interesting day. Honestly, it's a lot kind of going on. Um, so with that being said, a bit of an AMA regarding the Pixel 9a. So you guys can ask me questions about the Pixel 9a, and I'll try to answer them to the best of my abilities. If it's something that I was able to use, test out, or any of that stuff, I'll be able to tell you guys that. Vice versa. So ask your questions away throughout the live stream. If you guys have any questions, if you're catching the replay, ask it in the comments and I'll get to it as soon as I can. Oh man, it's pretty awesome morning. It's Wednesday, so I know that my kiddos are happy because they're going to be getting out of school early today. They always have early release on a Wednesday, so yeah, it's a very interesting day. And of course, lots kind of going on. Next week, I'm going to be very busy, so I may just have like some videos preset to upload and to go live for you guys to watch. I got moving into a bigger place, and so I'm really excited for that. I'm happy, and so of course, I got to get things all set back up and everything like that. But you know what? Always for the better. So always for the better, and yeah, I couldn't be more excited for the move. So I got all those things just kind of going on and life in itself. But anyways, yesterday I dropped some videos. One of them being that Google Fi stepped up their plan offerings. I'm going to go over that again today in this live stream. Kind of touch base with it a little bit. I believe Metro also did a plan change too as well. So we're going to kind of take a look at that too. And at the same time, answer any questions anyone may have about the Pixel 9a or any comments they want to make about the Pixel 9a. Totally fine. What's up? What's up, Titus? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy to have you here. Let's see. All right, let me screen share really quickly. And there we have it. Oh, man. I think I'm getting sick again for some reason because of this weather. It gets really hot in the day. Like it gets like 91, 95. But then at night it gets cold and that's just so annoying. And yeah, so I'm starting to... it's starting to get tough on me. I'm starting to feel a little blah, little. So don't mind me if I have the sniffles and everything like that. I apologize. But yeah, I'm not feeling too good today. So, but anyways, these are Google Fi's new plans right here. The Unlimited Premium, Unlimited Standard, and Unlimited Essentials. Kind of funny, right? Metro changes their plans. Google Fi is able to change their plans, right? Isn't that a coincidence? But it's a good thing, right? So as I stated in yesterday's video, the $65 plan has a lot going for it. Now, I will say this off jump. If you're somebody that wants to use a data-only SIM card, you would need to be on the Unlimited Premium or you would need to be on their flexible plan. I think they should allow the data-only SIM card to be a part of the Unlimited Standard. Since they're already starting to give us more for our money, right? $65 plan, you get 100 gigabytes of high-speed data, and then you're throttled for the rest of your bill cycle. You get 50 gigabytes of high-speed hotspot tethering. All right, you got 6 months of YouTube Premium on Google Fi, right? They handle it for 6 months, and you get 100 gigabytes of storage with Google One. What I would change with this plan, to be honest with everybody, is like I said, I would the YouTube Premium's fine. The 100 gigabytes of cloud storage, I would totally switch that up for the 2 terabyte plan, right? The 2 terabyte with the advanced Gemini is what I would give with that one. And then you can give the basic 100 gigabytes of Google One Cloud storage with the unlimited essentials, and give the 200 gigabytes of Google One to the unlimited standard, right? So $50, you get 200 gigs of cloud storage. Unlimited essentials, you get 100 gig of cloud storage. It incorporates Google One into this, so that way the Google One services is being utilized. And then, with the most premium plan, you get the 2 terabyte Gemini Advanced Google One plan. That's what I would do, right? Maybe in the future they'll do that. So I'm gonna start putting that out into the universe. Maybe they might add that in. But besides that, the plan offerings is pretty good for Google Fi, because if a lot of people are just like, well, Metro has fully unlimited, Invisible has fully unlimited, and this has fully. But okay, I know that those have fully unlimited. Great, good, fine. It has fully unlimited. You can watch all the corn you want, in whatever definition you want to watch it in. That's totally cool. But here's the thing. You look at the history of Google Fi, strip out every other MVNO, prepaid, and postpaid plan, and just focus on Google Fi. From what they were giving when they were Project Fi, to what they were giving when they became Google Fi, to what they're giving now as Google Fi Wireless, that's leaps and bounds. A lot of Fi customers are going to be happy with this structure, and you can't knock them for being happy with this structure, because this structure benefits them, immensely. Okay? Before, you were paying $65 for the Unlimited Plus plan, which is now called their premium plan, but you were only getting 50 gigs of high-speed data. Okay, you were getting 50 gigs of high-speed data. So they doubled the amount of data that you're getting and did not raise prices on you. They doubled the amount that you were getting. They gave you more high-speed tethering. Now, the thing that I don't know, and the clarification did not come through, was if the data only SIM card is pulling from the 50 gigabytes of high-speed tethering, or is it pulling from your 100 gigabytes of high-speed data a month? Either or, you're able to rock two phones with only having one phone number. Now, it doesn't mean that if you have a data-only SIM card, that phone's going to ring for your Google Fi phone number when you get a phone call. No, but you can use something on the side. You can use an LTE or 5G capable tablet. You can use an LTE or 5G capable laptop. You can use another smartphone. Hell, if you're, a single parent with a single child, you could have the main line with the phone number, so you can conduct your day-to-day businesses, and you can give your child the data-only SIM card, and they can, connect with you on social media through video calling and such. So you can pretty much have like two lines for 65, technically, a child line and a parent line. You can do that, right? And Google Fi has never changed that structure. I've made videos showing people that that's what I do as my unorthodox family plan. And Google Fi has never took that away. So obviously Google Fi is okay with that. They're okay with that because you're paying them. As long as you're paying for the services, they're fine. And as long as you're not abusing it. So the $65 plan doubled your data, gave you more hotspot tethering. The Simply Unlimited plan, now known as the Unlimited Standard, gives you what the premium plan gave before. You get 50 gigabytes of high-speed data. 25 gigabytes of hotspot tethering. No data-only SIM. That is the only downside. I think that they should allow data-only SIM cards on all of these plans, or at least the Unlimited Standard and Unlimited Premium. And then the Essentials does not have that option, right? To be quite honest with everybody, 50 gigs of high-speed data. If you're using data-only SIM like I was, you're able to use that without eating up all your monthly data. Okay, I'm just saying. You're able to go through that without any problems at all whatsoever. So I think those two should have the data-only SIM card. I think that the Flex should have it, and the Essentials should not, technically, because you want the bare Essentials, right? So $35 a month for one line, 30 gigs of high-speed data. That is pretty damn good, in my opinion, for someone that wants to save money. And the cool thing about it is that you can switch your plan easily from the Google Fi app. Like everything that I do regarding my Google Fi account is done through the app. I don't ever have to call into customer service or chat with them. And yes, Google Fi, you can call them or you can chat with them. Whatever your options, whatever you prefer your option to be, you can do that. So it's not just reliant on chat only. But yeah, these three plans are absolutely cool. They're absolutely cool. I'm super excited. And then you still have the flexible plan, the pay for, pay as you go, pay for what you use, right? Which is kind of pricey. This right here is pricey. Okay, $20 for one line, and then $10 per gigabyte of data that you use. And the way that it works is that you're charged $10, per gig. Once you've reached 6 gigs of data, they stop charging you that $10 rate, but you can continue to use fast speed data. However, if you cross 15 gigabytes of high speed data, then they throttle you with the option of, paying $10 per gig of high speed data to turn that back on to get high speeds, right? So it's called bill protection. It kind of confuses people, but anyways. You still have the flexible option. But also with these plans too, you have that option. Like if you use over 100 gigs of data and you're slowed down, you can pay $10 per gigabyte of high-speed data afterwards to maintain high speeds if you need it. Of course, that's pretty expensive because you got other offerings like Mobile X that charges you like, I think it's $1.05 per gigabyte, which is pretty dang cheap. Yeah, so right now, the way that I see it is that if you don't need all the bells and whistles and you're trying to save some money, but you want a good amount of high-speed data, then now the unlimited standard is a pretty good option, right? You're literally paying $1 per gig, right? 50 gigabytes of high-speed data a month for $50 a month. Okay. The only other major caveat to Google Fi that people don't like is that taxes and fees are not included, and I don't think taxes and fees will ever be included. Like, I don't know. Maybe Google Fi should do that to be more appealing to customers out there. Excuse me, I'm still kind of tired, but yeah, maybe they could do that. Maybe that's something that they can do. They can make data-only SIM cards available for the unlimited standard $50 plan and change it to taxes and fees included. Kind of like what the company that they are using the services on, T-Mobile, does, right? T-Mobile does taxes and fees included, I believe. Or they may have changed that because T-Mobile is going through a lot of changes. They're doing a lot of things that kind of suck for T-Mobile customers. And one of the big bonuses of of Google Fi is that their network access priority is of the same as T-Mobile postpaid. Okay, so they're not like on I don't believe they're on QCI 9 or anything lower of priority. They got a high priority access. So and why shouldn't they? Google has the money to pay them all that money for that type of access. Anyway, so this is the base price if you're just coming in with a single line. 65, 50, and 35. Now, if you go with 2 lines, then it becomes $110 for premium, $80 for standard, and $60 for essential. If you go 3 lines of service, it's $135 for premium, $90 for standard, and $80 for essentials. If you go 4 lines of service, it's $160 for premium, $100 for standard, and $90 for essentials. If you go 5 lines of service, it is $200 for premium, $125 for standard, $113 for essentials, and the max you can have on a family plan with Fi is 6 lines at $240 for premium, $150 for standard, and $135 for essentials. Again, standard is not bad. 50 gigs of high-speed data, that already crushes, Boost Mobile. Boost Mobile gives a 50 gigabyte plan at $60 a month, and you're getting it for $10 less on Fi. And you can have up to 6 lines of service on Fi. So $150 with 6 phone lines at 50 gigabytes each line, right? Because they don't share the data. It's individual line data. That to me is a hell of a good family plan. $150 for 6 lines. That's 6 phone lines. That's insane, right? If you're a family that travels a lot, if you travel outside the country, unlimited premium is already going to beat a lot of the international plans. Because for $240, you can have a family of 6 have international usage. It works in over 200 plus destinations around the world. It just works. Okay? Yes, there is a bit of a change that they've changed when it comes to the unlimited premium with international usage. They do want customers to ping off of US cell towers every 90 days. So this is not a service that you can take overseas and use for 360 days outside of the US. And for those people who don't understand how that works or why it was reduced to that, because Google Fi in the past for international usage, you used to be able to use your phone 360 days, right? Outside of the United States. You would have to come back for 5 days in the United States and let your phone ping off a US cell phone tower. And once you did that, then you were golden. You were good. You can go back out of the country for another 360 days. But they had to change it, and I'm pretty sure it has to do with the fact that other international carriers didn't like that. So the international carriers wanted people who were coming to their country, who were going to stay in their country for business for like 10 months, 11 months out of the year, to just sign up for service with one of their local carriers. And it makes sense, right? They got to make money too. So Google Fi has changed it up now where like every 90 days, every 3 months, your phone has to ping off a US cell tower or they will turn off your data access. Okay. Now that's pretty easy to do. I know a workaround for that. Shout out for the Google Fi community. I have seen people who have been outside the US, who have family in the US that they trust, and they would have them download the Google Fi app and log in with their Google account and install an eSIM on their phone. Once the eSIM's installed and active, it pings off a US tower. And after 24 hours, they turn off their eSIM. And when the person's overseas, they turn back on their eSIM and their data starts working again, right? So of course, to be clear, before you leave the country, have another phone that somebody in the US can hold on to for you. Have the eSIM for Google Fi installed. So that way, when you're close to the 90-day mark, you can turn your eSIM for Google Fi off when you're in, say, France, Paris, taking in the sites there for business. You can turn your SIM off, have your friend in the US, after an hour later, turn on that phone that's over there with them and turn that eSIM on and let it ping off a US cell tower. Have them use a little bit of data, watch YouTube, browse the internet, make a phone call or two, send a text message or two, right? And then another hour and a half to 2 hours later, have them turn off that phone, and then you turn back on your eSIM and activate it. And you would have found a workaround with that 90-day US cell tower ping. Other than that, I mean, for families that travel and for 6 lines, that's pretty good. So like taxes and fees, I'm going to ballpark it for me. I'm going to say to have 6 phone lines and being an international traveler, I would have a mobile phone bill of like $260, maybe like $258, taxes and fees and all that on top of my $240. $260 compared to other companies that have international plans are going to be so much higher. I've seen people have international phone bills that are over $1,000, $600, $700. Okay, $260 for 6 lines, and then you're having international plans that are like $1,000 for 4 lines or for 3 lines. Yeah, it can't mess with my Google Fi. Google Fi is just awesome when it comes to that. So yeah, there are some caveats to them. But you know what? They're getting better. And again, like I said, for those people who are like, well, Visible is better because you get $25 unlimited. Is like, look, I don't care about your Visibles. I don't care about, you know, whatever else you've used that gives you fully unlimited. I don't care. I'm only looking at what Project Fi was and what Google Fi Wireless is. Okay. And from what Project Fi was giving, which was only the Flex plan, to what Google Fi started giving, which was the Unlimited Plus and Simply Unlimited, to now having this. This is far, far better for Google Fi customers. And if you're a Fi customer, you don't got to do shit. You don't got to do nothing at this point. Once your current bill cycle ends, the new plan starts. So if you're on the $50 plan with the Simply Unlimited, as soon as the last day of your bill cycle is over, the very next day you start with the standard plan. So you'll get the 50 gigs of high-speed data instead of 35 gigs of high-speed data, and you'll now get the 25 gigabytes of hotspot tethering on the standard plan rather than, you know, what was it, 5 gigs of hotspot on the Simply Unlimited. Like I said, for those who are just joining in, excuse me if I sound weird, if I got the sniffles. I'm not feeling good. I will tell anybody, the older you get, the more body pain you're going to feel, the more prone to illnesses you are. Like, I take a lot of vitamins. I do, a lot of workouts at home. I do what I can. I eat right. Try to match my wife's diet. Because she's on her, her weight loss regimen. She's still on it. She wants to get smaller. So she's still working towards that. So I'm like eating clean with her on things. Once in a while, I'm allowed a cheat day, and then I'll go get I'll go to Chili's and get me the fajita dinner plate, or I'll go to Angry Crab Shack and get me a boil bag, something like that. Those are my cheat days. Anyhow, yeah, so Google Fi service is like awesome, top notch. FYI for anyone that's like joining into the live stream, like I said in the very beginning, this is kind of like an AMA also for Pixel 9a. So if you have a question, you don't have to wait for me to get on the Pixel 9a subject. You can ask it now in the chat and I will answer it. If you're watching the replay, hopefully you asked your questions. You can ask more than one question too. Just put it in the comments and I'll get to it as soon as I can. So while Google Fi made all these amazing changes, right, it falls on the back of the heels because right now I went to the Metro by T-Mobile website because it was supposed to update today. It's still showing the old plans. Let me do a refresh real quick. Let's see. Yeah, it's so weird. They have not updated it. The reason why I say that is because this is supposed to be like the new scale of plans for Metro by T-Mobile. Here's a better look at them. It looks like that we got what's called the Metro Starter, Starter Plus, Flex Unlimited, Flex Unlimited Plus. Okay. How does this work? I'm not entirely sure, but we'll see. We'll see what happens here. Apparently, the starter plan is $25. It gives you 10 gigabytes of high-speed data and nothing else with it. No additional perks or any of that stuff with the $25 plan. The starter plus is also $25. No auto pay requested is what it says up here. Actually, let's go close. Yeah, no auto pay required. Bring your number to activate this plan, right? So this is the BYOD $25 plan. Okay. All of them have a 5-year price guarantee locked included. Free 5G phone on every line included when you bring your number. Yearly upgrade included. These plans don't have it. The starter plans don't have it, but the Flex Unlimited has it. as soon as every year when you trade in your phone and get our best deal. So you have to trade in the phone that you had, or it is fully unlimited on the starter plus, but you get no hotspot. So yeah, you get no additional perks. Then you got the Flex Unlimited at $30 a month. Upgrade every year with the device trade-in, unlimited data, 8 gigabytes of hotspot. Included for a limited time, you get Amazon Prime. So I think they'll give you maybe like 1 or 2 months of Amazon Prime. And then you get 100 gigs of Google Cloud storage. And that's it. And then you have the Flex Unlimited Plus at $35. You get the annual upgrade with device trade-in, unlimited 5G data, 25 gigabytes of hotspot, Amazon Prime included, Google One storage included. It says unlimited texting to 210 plus countries, HD video playback, and a $5 smartwatch or tablet connection with bring your own device. So you got to bring your own tablet or bring your own smartwatch and they'll connect it as an additional $5. Scam shield protection and all that other stuff. Then it tells you the little clause right here. If you use a lot of data, more than 35 gigs, you may notice slower speeds when the network is congested. So that the plans for this don't seem bad at all. 35 does not seem bad at all. But what is the true thing of it, right? Because it says right here, they lowered their plans. They also brought the return of the $40 period, right? I didn't see that on there, but we'll see. All right, so the Metro Starter keeps it simple and affordable, $25 per line with autopay. It's $105 total for the first month. No need to bring a number okay, so I guess these are savings in value. Like the value comes when you have more lines. So if you're a single line person, well, before I say that, let me read on. See, Metro Starter Plus revives the fan favorite $40 period. Bring your existing number, get a new phone, and unlimited talk, text, and 5G data, all for just $40 flat. New customers can get 2 lines with unlimited 5G and 2 Samsung Galaxy A15 phones on us for $65 a month. The lowest price in prepaid is what they say. No, that's funny. To me, that's funny. Metro Flex Unlimited is big on perks and small on price. For a family of 4, it's just $30. Okay. That makes sense. These are prices if you bring 4 lines. This is not prices if you're just a single line user. If you're a single person that ports over to Metro by T-Mobile, you're not getting the Flex Unlimited for $30. That's why on the website it has not changed. Like the pricing there has not changed. All right, let's do this here. Let's up the lines. Okay. I don't think that they've updated their website because it still shows the Flex Start, Flex Up, Flex Plus. Like they haven't updated it, but these are supposed to be the new plans, I guess, after today. But this is the pricing for 4 lines. So if it's $30 a line, right? It's $120 basically for 4 lines on the Flex Unlimited, which is cheaper than the Start. The Start is $155 a month for 4 lines. You're only going to pay $120 a month for 4 lines. So that's not bad. But if we go to Google Fi on the unlimited standard, it's $100 for just 4 lines. It's $20 cheaper than Metro, and you get 50 gigs of high-speed data, which most people won't go over 50 gigs. It's nice to know that you have a phone plan service that is fully unlimited, but even fully unlimited plans have their limitations to some degree. If you don't believe me, go check out Carlos S Tech Watch his videos as he stress tests a lot of these fully unlimited data plans, and will tell you where the cutoff point is, or where they slow you down, or where they send you that dreaded email of making accusations of network abuse and they're terminating your account. So go check out Carlos S Tech. But yeah, most people don't go over 50 gigs. So even though it's nice to know, like, I have fully unlimited, you're not going to go anywhere close near 50 gigs. So if you can get 4 lines for $100, you save $20. I'm just saying. Okay. So yeah, these pricings, these two pricings for the Flex Unlimited Plus, that's if you have 4 lines of service. That's where the savings comes in, honestly. So I don't know. You guys tell me what you guys think. Those watching the replay, you guys tell me what you guys think. Anyways, so I'll say to you guys, excuse me, I have the sniffles. Yeah, you guys can tell me your thoughts about Google Fi's new plans, about, you know, the whole thing going on with T-Mobile and their plans. Let me know. Aside from that, I mean, anyone have any questions about the Pixel 9a? I mean, I think I'd like to say that as far as my experience and everything that I did, I think I gave a good amount of information. Maybe not a whole lot of information, but a good amount of information. But if you have any questions about it, like right now, I'm currently using my Pixel 7a as my secondary device. This has my Google Fi data only SIM card. So there's no active phone number to it to make phone calls or send RCS messaging. But I do, and I mostly use for like phone calls, I mostly use Google Meets, whether it's a video call or audio call. I use that for phone calls. And then I use Google Chat for group messaging. So, I mean, yeah, that is my setup. And, you know, the data only SIM card allows me to switch devices and use different devices without having to move my phone number or have a second phone number or any of that stuff. See, that's the crazy part, bro. Oh, the crazy part, bro, is I've been on an iPhone for 2 years, and I understand why people feel like it, and some people don't like it. Yeah. How is your iPhone? If you don't mind me asking. By the way, if you're thinking about signing up with Fi, in the description is my promo code. That will give you $60 credit. Okay. I've already maxed out. For those people who don't know, I've already maxed out on the amount of credit that can be earned. I think I can show you guys. Let me see. Hang on. It is like weird because it's over on the plans right now. So there we go. Okay, let me go into my account. I think pretty sure I can show you guys without giving out too much information. Oh yeah. Okay, I'll show you guys. There's no private information there. All right, so like I said, I have maxed out on credit. Right, so there's my promo code right there. It's in all caps. I'll do phonetic alphabet. So it's Alpha Alpha Tango Charlie Kite 7, or if this is better, Alpha Alpha Tango Charlie Night 7. Okay, that's the code. So when you are signing up with Google Fi, put that code in like a referral code, you'll get $60 credit. And as you guys can see, I've maxed out. I can't earn any more credit, but it doesn't matter to me because I'm not really here to get the credit. I'm here to give you guys the credit so you guys can sign up for Google Fi and take advantage of their services. And they got a lot of cool services, honestly. One of the things I do like about them is the integration of the Google services like Family Link and stuff like that. That's very tied in. So yeah, that is a promo code. It's in the description. You guys can use it. You guys can sign up. Or if you guys are going to check out US Mobile, use my referral link when signing up. I'd appreciate that. That helps out. So while I got a little bit of downtime left before I end the broadcast, anything that anyone wants to ask about the Pixel 9a, any question at all, there's no such thing as a stupid question. Ask away. And if I can answer it, I'll answer it. If I don't know, I'll look into it and I'll answer it in a future review video. That's kind of the reason why I'm trying to get your guys' question, because I'm trying to make another video in the next couple of weeks on the Pixel 9a and fill it with things that people want to know about the phone. So that I'm not just only sharing my experiences with the phone, but I can answer questions and things that you guys may find important about a smartphone for you to have. So ask away. If there's no questions, there's no questions. That's cool. I'm also getting hungry too, so I want to go get some breakfast. I don't know about you guys. Is anyone else eating breakfast right now? Depending on where you are. I know it's like 9:31 a.m. in the morning, my time. So I believe that it is 12 or 1 p.m. in the East Coast. So it's about lunchtime out there. As far as the Deathlock podcast goes, B-Tech hasn't really reached out to me when he has availability to go live to do a recap of WrestleMania 41. So once I know, I'll let you guys know. I'll post it on my social medias, like on X and on Threads. I'll let y'all know. By the way, Instagram just dropped its own video editing app, similar to how YouTube has, YouTube Creates. Instagram Edits is currently available if you pre-register to install the app. Cool. I've been messing around with this. If you guys, in the description is the link to my Instagram. You guys want to see like what I'm able to do with this app called Edits and stuff like that, which is clear cut and dry when it comes to editing videos. You guys can see what I was able to make with it. So it was kind of fun. Looks like there's not really much questions coming in. So I'm gonna go ahead and pretty much end the broadcast here. I just wanted to kind of go over Google Fi's plans, new plans and stuff like that, to give as much information as possible, as opposed to yesterday's video that I dropped. I have a question for you. The highest Google phone plan, they offer YouTube Premium. What happens if the person already has the family plan for YouTube? So if you already have YouTube Premium for the Google account that you're signing up with Google Fi for, you're already on a family plan, it's probably going to want you to rework that as to an individual, because they're only going to pay for an individual. So you don't have to activate it, because it's something that you do have. It's something that you would have to activate in the Google Fi app to use it. So once you sign up for Google Fi, all the perks for the unlimited premium plan, like the YouTube Premium, you'll see it in the app where it's toggled off, and it'll tell you to toggle it on in order to begin using it. So I would just leave it off, because if you turn it on, it's going to want you to convert out of a family plan, and if you have a family plan, you don't want to give that up. They're not going to pay 6 months of YouTube Premium Family, but they will for an individual line. Oh, Oh yeah, I'm ADHD, so sometimes I stumble over my words. You'll know when my mind is you guys will know when I'm having a sudden attack of my ADHD, because my mind and what I'm thinking to say is like 10 miles per hour faster than what my mouth is going. Or vice versa. Sorry if I have to do the way my mouth is going faster than what my mind can think, and I'll tend to stumble over stuff. And I have to, someone had pointed out to me the other day. They were like, "Dude, you do too many uhs and ums," and I'm sorry that I do. Like I just did right now. The thing is that I'm not trying to be a professional tech, personality. I'm not trying to be that. I'm just a guy that likes talking about mobile technology such as smartphones, and I like sharing with people like, the different types of, phone services that you could take advantage of. That's really it. It's really it. I mean, I do want my channel to grow. I would love to have, a lot of people watching my videos and coming to my live streams and watching to interact and hang out and chat with people like, like we're all a big giant group of friends. But I am not trying to get invites to Barcelona for, events. I'm not trying to get invited, to CES and have a bill paid for me to go out that way. I'm not trying to do those things. It's never been in my goal. Just somebody that likes talking about tech. Anyhow, that is pretty much it. I'm gonna let you guys go. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. And if you made it this far into the live stream, hashtag Hump Day in the comments. If you're watching the replay, hashtag Hump Day. If you made it all the way to the end of the podcast, I appreciate you guys for being here, and I love you guys very much. Stay cool, stay safe, because it's warming up out there, right? Stay hydrated. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week, Wednesday, for another one. Every Wednesday, I will go live for about 40 minutes to an hour. So I'll see you guys next week for another Hump Day special.